You know, I always sort of play around first up. So I know it's so annoying. I'm sorry. Oh, Matilda, how are you going? You going to be okay today? I think you're going to be a heavy girl again today. She's sort of like in that kind of mood. She's just I'll just sit here and, you know, be held. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if you could just sit there somewhere, be held, someone, you know, dresses you and brings you food and brings you toys, things to play with. It's really annoying, you know that. Sorry. So I'm just going to wait until everyone comes. We could have a coffee in the meantime. Oh look, you have a dummy here. Does that have a magnet in it? Oh yay, that's cute. You can wear that too. You're a little bit lopsided on the whole dummy angle of things. I think her magnet is a little bit off center, but that's all right. We have these things happen. Good morning, Jenna and Angela. Hope you are both doing well. Oh, 7 likes already and only 3 people here now. That's pretty good. That's like a world record, I reckon. Queen Bee, hi. Queen Bee, do you know you're in the running for winning that baby? I've got the names down. So there was 5 people who guessed the correct date for Cruz's birth. So now I'm going to have to put those names back in a hat and do the draw. And I'm going to try to do it after I've done this live stream. So it's kind of exciting, isn't it? But yeah, congratulations on guessing that correct date. Are you psychic? I know it's just a guess. Doris, hi Doris, how are you? Thank you so much. Thanks, Queen Bee. Oh, that's so wonderful. That's amazing that you completely know his name, Cruz Thomas. I appreciate that. It really is special that you've taken the time to remember that. Bernadette, good morning. How are you? You must be biting at the tongue, Queen Bee. I've had obviously a busy week, so I haven't done the video yet. Yes, and then it was like, oh, how do I do this? You know, there's 5 people, and of course, I'd love to, you know, reward 5 people, but it's not that easy when you've got one baby. So yeah, but that's very exciting. So cross your fingers, cross your fingers. And where are you from, Queen Bee? Paula was asking the other day, that's the lady who's actually made the baby, where everyone was from. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. But that's all cool. So thank you everyone for being here today. I appreciate it. I've got lots to talk about, but then not lots. You know, it just all flows out, always flows out. Hi, Debs. How are you going? I hope you're doing well. Queen Bee said, sorry, I haven't been watching your videos as much as I am in the process of mooing. And things are quite hectic. Don't ever be sorry. No one ever be sorry for not being able to be here. All you've got to do is I'm grateful for whenever you pop in. So that's all. Like if it's once a year, for me, that's like, yeah, thanks very much for popping in to say hello. So never feel bad about not coming. Unless, you know, it wrecks your day, then you'll have to feel bad on your own. Doris says, how is Amy? She's going well. I will sort of get into all that in a minute. Bernadette says, Matilda is looking very pretty today. She is looking very pretty today. We actually had a photo shoot yesterday afternoon, which was really fun. We got all out her, you know, lacy umbrella and all her pretty lace and pearls and everything. And it was really fun. We got some really great pictures, but then she wouldn't take it off. And I'm like, oh, come on, Matilda, you can't sleep like that. So I had to really rug her up in a blanket last night. And she's still in it this morning, of course, because she really liked it. So, you know, you gotta go for what she likes. Angela says hi to Deb. Deb says, I am good. And hi to Angela. My arm is already getting sore, Matilda. What have you eaten? Yeah, so, yeah. She had a great little photo shoot. It's always fun. I don't know if you guys do it, but obviously it's okay for me because I'm sort of only focused on photographing her, but it's so lovely to come in here and just go through her things and think of what I'm going to do for that particular day. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Think of what I'm going to do for that particular day, and then coordinating either a headband or her hat, or, you know, socks or shoes. It's always so much fun and I wish I had more time for it. And sometimes, like, you know, like you take 10 photos of this sort of image in different directions and everything, and it's like I can't use all 10 of them. I only can pick one or two very special ones, and it's like, oh, it's so annoying. Like, I want to share them all. It's disappointing, but you know, anyway, but it's really fun to do. I really enjoy it. That's one of the most things I enjoy about Matilda and Matteo, always doing their little photos. It's fun. Elaine, hey, how you going? Jenna says I'm going camping tomorrow. You're so lucky. I love camping, especially in this kind of weather that we're having at the moment, because it's literally freezing while you're camping, but you just can't wait to get by the fire. It's really nice. Angela says hi to Elaine. Under the Sun says hi, Annette and Matilda. Hi. Elaine says hey to Angela. Angela says hi to Under the Sun. Jenna says I'm taking my twin A named Bridget. Beautiful. That's really nice. You'll enjoy spending time with her out. Make sure you take really lots of outdoor photos. Reborns take amazing outdoor photos. Well, that's one thing I know. Sorry again, guys. My nose is just itchy, and so it's starting to sort of run a little. Charmin says, hi, Annette, Matilda, and everyone. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to put Matilda down because with this itchy nose, it's just not working well, and she's a little bit heavy, and I'm going to get to talking. And you know, when I get to talking, I use my hands a lot. So she's restricting at the moment. Angela said hi to Charmin. Queen Bee says Matilda looks precious in that dress. Thank you so much. Julie, hi Julie. How you going? She says hello. I'm going very, very well. Actually, I wanted to tell you, Julie, I really enjoy when you share on Facebook your posts to do with God or being grateful and things like that. They're really inspirational. So keep that up. I really enjoy it. I'm sure many others do. Precious. Yes, I know what you mean. Now sit there, Precious, looking up like that. So we've had a big week, as you all know. As I said, with this live stream here, it's kind of like a bit of a week of reflection for me, because this time last week I was doing a live stream with you guys in hospital, and Amy was, let's see, what do we got? Still 5 hours away from giving birth, something like that. So it's so, you know, it just keeps back in your head, and you keep thinking, like even last night, thinking about what I was doing and how I didn't sleep well the night before, and all the things going through my head. It's so crazy. But it's a week of reflection of many things for me. So I'm sure everyone is banging on to hear the story about Amy's birth. So I'm going to tell you a few snippets, but I'm not going to go huge into it, because I do have a video which I will be creating. Oh, Julie says I'm feeling sick, so I'm going to go back to sleep. Okay, Julie, have a good rest. I hope you feel better soon. Deb says I have a silicon baby on the way home. Congratulations. I know it does go fast, Angela, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna have to make, like I said, family version of this video and then a YouTube version, because obviously there's parts of Amy I got in the shot and things like that that she probably doesn't want the world to see as such. So it's all funny anyway. So last Thursday I had my Reborn painting classes, and I've already sort of told most of you this, so you pretty much know, so I'm just going to glide through it. So when I had the Reborn classes, Amy gave me a call and said she had her show, which for those who don't know is a bit of a mucus plug. A little bit of gunk comes out, and it's part of the sign that things are, you know, coming to a point where you're going to go into labor. And that afternoon she started having pains. We didn't think too much of it, because Amy had been having pains for a week, but they were always Braxton Hicks. They were always all over the place. So we were just like, oh, maybe not. But of course that show had, you know, given us the go ahead that it's pretty likely to be very soon. So we Amy went home that afternoon, that Thursday afternoon. She'd been here for a few hours. She wanted to go home by herself, bless her. She wanted to have a bit of her own time to labor on her own, to work out how she liked it and not feel like she had to depend on anyone, and also not to feel like she had to um, hide her pain from anyone or feel a bit silly. You know how it's a silly thought, but we all do think, oh, you know, I just want to be able to be so natural in the way it's happening without hiding it, you know, like worrying me or anything. Although I wouldn't have worried, you know, it's life and it happens. So she kept laboring through the night, and Lockie was sort of up and down whether he would come. Lockie is the boy's father. Amy and Lockie aren't together anymore, but he is still their father, and they're still quite like best friends, so to speak. So Lockie kept saying, no, it won't happen. Just call me when you're like this many minutes apart. And mind you, Lockie lives on the Sunshine Coast, so he was like 2 hours away from her. So she just kept ringing him, giving him updates. And then I think it was like about 9 o'clock at night that she said, I really think you should come. Like, otherwise you're going to miss it. You really should come. So he ended up coming. He arrived about midnight. So by then she just couldn't wait to get in the shower and just relax it out. She didn't want to get in the shower before that because Armani was asleep and she didn't want to miss if he woke up, so to speak, you know. So he got there at midnight. She got to have her nice hot shower and sort of relax it out in there for a while. And then they called me. I'm so like up in the air. I think it was about two in the morning. We ended up arriving at the hospital about 3 in the morning. So when we arrived at the hospital, they checked her over and she was 5 centimeters dilated. So we were really excited because she'd done all that literally on her own. Very exciting, and we thought, gee, this is going to go quick, exciting. But in a typical our way of life, it doesn't work that way. So they took her up to the birthing suite, and she had to be on the bed being monitored. So monitoring baby's heartbeat and just monitoring her for a while. And she had then decided that she wanted epidural. So in this time, because she's not being as active anymore, the dilation had stopped and ground to a halt. So she hadn't been dilating anymore, which was a bit frustrating because she'd gone through so much work to actually make it work, and it was working. And then she was put on hold, literally. So from the 5 centimeters to push time was, you know, such a long time. I mean, ridiculous. It took her quite a while to get back to opening up some more, which was frustrating. But in that time, she'd had her epidural, like I said, and she was able to sleep because she was really, really tired. You could see in her face she was just really exhausted. So long story short, because you'll see a lot of the things probably on the video, he was born at 2:07 p.m. last Friday. He was 7 pounds 10 ounces. He was born naturally, but it was an assisted delivery. So she had vacuum extraction and an episiotomy. All went really well. I had to laugh at her because when Amy was born with me, she's my firstborn. Well, I had to get vacuum extraction and an episiotomy as well. So vacuum extraction is where they put like a little cup, kind of not as much like this, but kind of like a cup, maybe a little bit smaller, probably about the size of that little cup on the baby's head. And then it sort of suctions on, and then they help to pull it out. Unfortunately, he's got some little sores on his head. I'll be able to show you a couple of photos. He still had like that, actually blistered up. So he's got little sores on his head, which is a little sad. And an episiotomy is where they cut you a little bit with scissors so you don't tear in birth. Just getting some pictures. So I've got lots of pictures, and you know, you don't need to see them all, of course, but I'll show you that head shot because I don't know what everyone's seen, you know, it's all goes. So this was like his head after. Light's going to be in the way. Of course you're going to pop off screen. Might be able to turn this down. So that's his head. You can see there. You can see there the line where that cup was on his head. So that actually sort of just around here turned into a blister, which is that sore on his head. He was very sort of alert pretty much straight away. The first pictures of him, oh my God, I thought, oh my God. I'll tell you guys because I love you guys so much. But the first pictures, I thought, oh, this baby's an alien. Did I have it on here? I'm not sure. He was just really ugly. But, you know, it's just obviously straight after birth, they're not at their best. I should say because of the assisted delivery and the sort of difficulty in the end, he had to get that assisted delivery because his head, instead of being sort of straight, when you're sort of coming out the birth canal, his head was sort of off to the side like this. So coming out the birth canal sideways, sort of like head sideways, doesn't work as well. And so because of all of that muck around and everything, it didn't do him very well. So he was put on Amy's chest straight away, but only for like a couple of seconds, and then he was taken to like a section where they have a heat lamp and all that kind of stuff, and they sort of wake him up, so to speak. And he was there for about a good half an hour. When Amani was born, his APA, I think that's how you say it, score was 9, and Cruise's was 4. So it was really low. It took him probably, really, it felt like a good 5 minutes until he was crying. They had like the gas on his face and he needed a little bit of assistance. He does have a heart murmur, but they said normally that does go away within the first few weeks. So we're sort of keeping an eye on that. But, you know, he's doing good now. So this is a picture. This was, so that's not long after. Of course, stupid light. I'll just, yep, there we go. Of course, because of all the delayed birth, and you know, Amy had ended up getting a temperature which is caused by some kind of infection. So that's why he's got the cannula on his arm. You can see there. So he had to get antibiotics as well, because when the mother gets an infection, the baby does too. So then they both have to be put on antibiotics. But he's been going really, really well. He was very alert, looking around, happy. As you can see, again, he's sort of looking around all the time. He's a bit nosy, actually. This was them. They went for a walk the other day. So you can see he is super cute. He's really cute now. He's not that alien that I first saw when he was born. So there's a few photos of him. I've got lots of pictures of her, like actually, like those and that of her actually being in labor. I think this was about, she's about to start pushing here. Yep, you can watch her pushing. So I've got all of that kind of stuff on video. So you'll get to watch the whole episode of all of that happening. Yeah, so it was huge. It was such a big day. It was tiring. Oh my God. I got home and I felt like I hadn't slept in a week. And you know, you have this dizzy sort of foggy, fuzzy feeling in your head, and you just can't get everything together. It's such a weird feeling. But yeah, everything has gone well. Of course, he's not here today, and neither is Amani. Lockie is with them this week. He leaves on Sunday. So, of course, Amy's sort of taking as much of her time with him at the moment. But next week, pretty sure next Friday, if you come here for live stream, Cruz will be here, and so will Amani. Will not probably be here. I'll probably be at their place. So that'll be exciting for you guys to see him if you don't see him before then. Amy he's feeding okay, but he's getting a bit grizzly after his food, like he hasn't had enough, but she seems to be producing enough milk. Unfortunately, she's had a bad morning. Amani has woken up this morning with diarrhea. They've just had a bit of a bad week with Amani. He's been sick. He's got a throat infection. But yeah, he's woken up with diarrhea. They've put him in the shower, and unfortunately, towards the end of the shower, the hot water has run out because the gas has run out. So, and it's Friday here, so she's unlikely to get a gas delivery till Monday. So that's a bit of bad luck for them, unfortunately, and it's probably going to reflect on their day. So I'm crossing fingers that she rings the gas company today and they say, yeah, no worries. We've got one coming out your way anyway. So cross fingers for that. But generally, on a whole, she's going okay. I think she's finding a smidge stressful, having to look after not only the two kids, but also keep Lockie a little happy. So I think once she gets back to by herself, she might sort of get more on, when you're by yourself, you have to handle things. You just do it. You get a little bit of organization. You get a little bit of a way about you that you like to do, and everything just works out fine. So I think once she gets back to herself, I think that she'll be really quite good. Now, let me just go back to everyone. Under the Sun said, sorry, had to get my therapy. Is that caramel tea or chamomile tea? That sounds yum. Carrie says, good morning, Annette. Oh, Annette and Matilda, good morning. How are you? And she said, good morning to Ange. Charmin says, prayers for you, Julie. Deb says, morning to Kerry. Angela says, good morning, Keza. Brett's here. He said, good morning. I'm here and watching. Good morning, Brett. Kerry says morning Deb, and Angela says morning Brett, and Deb says morning Brett, and Kerry says morning Brett, and Brett says hey Elle, which means hey ladies, or he did say hey ladies. Charmin says hi Wilson, and Wilson says, well, that's Brett, says hi Charmin. Brett says Talon had a vacuum extraction and a bruise on his head from it. Yeah. Well, actually, Cruz had one sort of bump here, and then the big bump from the vacuum extraction. So this was sort of where he was stuck, wedged, waiting to get out with his head the wrong way. And then, of course, the vacuum extraction. So he really was very cone head to begin with. And then his just face looked so it was I knew that he would change very quickly, but the poor little bugger didn't get a great start to life. Under the Sunset, oh, he is so cute. He is cute. Kerry said, has Bubby's head healed yet? Sounds painful for him. It was, you could tell that it was a little bit painful to touch. He would get a little bit upset if it was touched. But at the end of it, it's all like his head is perfectly shaped now, and he's only got a sore probably about that big. I mean, that sounds quite big to such a little head. It's about here. So, and it looked quite thick. So I would say that that's sort of around the stage it's either fallen off already or already fallen off. Babies heal so quickly, especially when they're being breastfed. And Amy actually rubs a bit of breast milk on it as well to help with the healing. So I think he's pretty good now. There's no bruising now, and like I said, the head's all perfectly shaped. There'll be lots of photos. Of course, you'll all see lots of photos, and more getting back to normal. Once Lockie has gone home next week, I'll be spending a lot more time with them. At the moment, I'm sort of giving them their time. I still see them every day, but only for a little bit. And I really only go to see Amani just to give him like my full attention. As you guys, some of you may know, I took Amani yesterday to get a haircut. So it was just me and him, and he was like, when his parents were going, he's like, bye, bye, and just walking around, my garage and outside with Michael. Like, he was like, thank God they're gone. He just seemed really happy. He didn't like his haircut, so we didn't get it fully cut the way we wanted. But he was really good just to spend like an hour with him. And yeah, when I'm with him and he's there, I'm all about him, and I only get like a very small cuddle of baby Cruz. But that's enough. Like, I'll get lots of cuddles as time goes on. Amani's starting to get more used to him. In the beginning, it was like, no, no, no. Like, you'd say, give baby a cuddle or give baby a kiss, and you'd be like, no, no. But now he's starting to talk to him a little bit and say things, like when he's getting changed, and he's like, ew. So it's all really, really cute. One thing before I keep going, I have to take some pictures, but Cruz is about as big as Matilda. He's probably just a little bit longer. It's so funny. It's so, so funny. His head is about the same size as Matilda. Um, Everything, but like I said, I'll get photos. Hopefully he hasn't grown too quickly and within the week. But I was quite surprised, because Matilda is supposed to be a preemie size, and Cruz is pretty much full-term baby. So so many people, there were some people saying to me, oh, he's so big, he looks so big, but he's not. He's tiny. But I think all babies are tiny. We don't realize in pictures they actually make them look so much bigger, but he's just like this little pocket rocket. So cute. Such a little head. So sweet. Yeah, and Under the Sun says he is precious. Hi, Cruz. Brett says great reference photos for reborning too. Yes, I'll be taking lots more photos of that for sure. One thing I was so annoyed with myself that I didn't get a proper photo is when he was actually laying on that, heat bed. It's kind of like a humidity crib, but it's out in the open. They just have that heat light on. You'll see when he's on video. But when he was laying on that, he's all very red, he's just been born, so he's very red. And I've got some photos of that sort of coloring. But you know how people are always like, oh, that's too red. They're born so red, And then his feet, which I wanted to get for Angela, Angela did a perfect representation of baby's newborn's feet, is his feet were so purple. It was like literally, Angela, just like what you did. I'll show you here. It was literally just from this point here, all of his foot was the one color purple, and then everything else was red. So it was quite full on. But I was, like I said, I was annoyed that I didn't get the picture of his feet. I kind of didn't want to get under the feet, or get in the way of all the pediatricians and that were working on him at that stage. But I was just like, wow, it's so great. Hopefully on the video, you will see that purpling in his feet. But it was quite incredible. And like I said, Angela, when you made your newborn baby, you did the perfect feet for that. So that was really spot on. But yeah, as time goes on, I will definitely be getting more photos of him, especially, starting next week when I've got more time with him. I think I did a photo shoot with Amani when he was a couple of weeks old. So I have to do the same sort of thing with Cruz. So that'll be fun as well. Hi, Jen. How are you going? Under the Sunset, it's caramel tea and yummy. Oh, that sounds very nice. And Under the Sunset, evening, everyone. Pat said, hi, Annette and Matilda and everyone. Congratulations on the safe arrival of the new baby boy. Thank you so much. Carrie says, thank you so much for sharing with us. You're very welcome. The video will be interesting. And, a lot of people sort of say, why does she carry on with this? But like I say, and I'll always say it over and over again, in those sort of situations, there's many people that will never sort of see the inside of a birthing suite, or will never see like a live birth and things like that. So I try to get as much as I can for those people who'll never experience that and just sort of want to be a part of it. For those who don't want to be a part of it, they don't have to watch it. I'm not asking anyone to watch anything. When I do release the video to the public, of course, it's going to be very tasteful. It's not going to show any main parts of, Amy or, things like that. You just sort of get the idea. You'll hear her having contractions, which is quite, full on. Those of us that are mothers, we remember that moment when we had contractions and you're like, oh my God, thank God it's not me. But the whole process, it's just so overwhelming and so beautiful. So that's why I do this. I'm not doing it to get attention from anyone or anything of the sort, money, nothing like that. I'm just trying to be able to give to those who aren't able to enjoy those sort of things in their life. So if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't. It doesn't make a difference to me. Angela said, oh, thank you. You're very welcome. You did well. Queen Bee says, I'm still packing. We are moving Sunday. Oh my God, I'm stressed. I'm so sorry to hear that, Queen Bee, but I hope everything goes well for you. Deb says, it's so cold here. I bet you it is. It's quite warm here. This is a thin jumper. When you go outside, you really only need a t-shirt, so it's quite good. It's so cute. Yes, Queen Bee. Jen said, okay, I'm okay. Congratulations on cruise. He is cute. Thank you. Holly said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Holly. And Bernadette said, I agree, Annette. I never went through a birth, but being a part of Amy's is special. Thanks for sharing. You're very, very welcome. Like, it's just something we just, like I said, some people never get a chance to do it, or they might get a chance to do it, but they never get a chance to sort of witness it, to be, I was quite scared, to say the least, because when Amani was born, I sort of went through everything, and then Amy had to get a cesarean. So she was whipped away from me, and my heart literally broke because I wanted to be a part of my grandson being born. I wanted to witness that and everything. It was very important to me. So with baby Cruz, they were almost going to take her in for a C-section, and then they said, look, we want to try assisted delivery first. And they were going to do that in the theater, and I was like, oh, I'm going to miss it again. Like, my heart was actually starting to break. I didn't tell Amy that. I was like, oh, whatever, but I was sad. But when they said that they would do the assisted delivery in the birthing suite, I was just like, thank God, and I know some people might think that's a bit selfish, but, to be a part of that whole process. And I was being selfish at that moment in my mind, because the thought, of witnessing it, and it's your grandson, it's just like, it's amazing. And, I definitely shed a tear when he was born. I was just like, wow, like, it is such a miracle, and so many things do happen. It's just fantastic, but us all loving reborn babies, we just get the glory and the beauty of them. We don't get to see anything like that, so to speak. So yeah, just like to share with people that have a complete understanding like me. Under the sun said Bernadette, well said, exactly. Thanks, guys. Now, on that note, of course, as you guys know, with great thanks to my wonderful friend Paula, she and I were doing a Reborn Baby giveaway. And that was all about guessing Cruz's birth date, and hopefully guessing Cruz's name or birth date, birth weight, and name. Those name and the birth weight were extras, but we were mainly going on people guessing the actual birth date. So out of like 180 guesses, 5 people guessed the correct date. No one guessed the name Cruz, even though I sort of put that out there because I did know one of it's Nicole, I'm pretty sure, has a baby with the second name Cruz. And I was kind of trying to get her to think about that. But anyway, Cruz is a pretty different name, so it wasn't guessed. And the birth weight wasn't guessed either, I don't believe. So anyway, the 5 people that are in the running are Caroline's Reborn Nursery, Queen Bee's Babies and Stuff, she's here now, C&L Reborns, Gwen Murray, and Jessica Thompson. So those 5 people are going to go into the draw to have a chance, 1 in 5 chance of winning the Reborn Baby that Paula so gracefully donated to be a giveaway on Miracle Babies Nursery. So very, very excited about that. Sorry, I've been obviously really busy this week, so I haven't been able to get onto it earlier, but I'm going to do the giveaway video directly after I've done this video with you guys. So thanks everyone who entered the competition. I just wanted to thank you. And for those, cross fingers to see if you guys are winners. So that's very exciting. Look up this way, Matilda. I know she's getting happy anyway. So what was up to? Next thing I wanted to talk about was something that Angela has made. So everyone knows here that Angela is from Island Treasures. If you don't know that yet, you need to know that. It's really important. And you can, get some things from her. Very exciting. So I came to Angela a couple of weeks ago requesting something that I think was already on her mind to make. And I just sort of pushed her a little bit forward to make it. So what it is this here. It is actually I don't remember, what did you actually call it, Angela? But it's like a cuddle bed. It's amazing. I've got to say, it's just amazing. So as you can see, this one actually has a beautiful Australiana print on it. I picked this material because I really loved it. But if you do order with her, you sort of liaise with her about what sort of colouring you're doing. The inside is covered with the Minky Dot. I got the creamy white Minky Dot. This is actually a mattress in the bottom there, so it can be taken out if you want. And what happens is your beautiful little baby just goes in. I'm going to try to show you guys a little bit better. So up like that. So baby goes in and lays down. Lay down, Matilda. I've actually got my, once again, made from Angela. I've got my pink Therapy Reborn baby blanket, which I put over Matilda just to keep her snug as a bug and warm. And then you've got handles, so I can go out to the shops and take her with me. So cool. We've got like 3 pockets in the side. So you could put your keys in there, or, your phone or whatever. They're on either side. So that's really cool. And if you feel uncomfortable with maybe a wallet or a small money pouch in there, you can always put it down with Matilda. So you can see her in there. She's snug as a bug. On either end, you've got this little string pull. So I can pull the string like this to get it in. There's one on this end too. And then that's a bit of a privacy pull. So when I'm walking along, I can literally, it's been looking down like this, I can literally put my hand in here, just give her a rub on her face. So it's really, really great for therapy babies. No one has to know what's in my bag. No one has to know. I just find it so amazing. So really, really great. I just wanted something that I could personally have, that I didn't have to share with anyone what I had in my bag. And the great thing is, I'll show you over here. Hopefully I can show you. Say I've gotten to Angela's place. I've just gone for a boat ride over to Angela's house, and I've had Matilda all snug as a bug the whole way. So when I get there, I just fold down these sides. Mind me, I don't have a great big table there. So once I fold down the sides, it would look a little bit better than that. But you can see it's actually a little bassinet. So while I'm at my friend's house, whoever that may be, I have a portable bed. Sorry, I can't show you that very well because otherwise the camera's going to go all crazy. But I now have a portable bassinet for my baby when I'm at someone's house. It's really great. So let's say you're having a sleep in your, in a double bed or something. It's literally like a co-sleeper. So she can sleep directly beside me in her own little bed. Doesn't get in my way, doesn't kick me. And I just think it's absolutely incredible. absolutely incredible. Look at that. See, she's having a sleep in there, and she's truly and utterly 100% happy. So now we haven't, Angela and I, yet to discuss having them for sale on Aussie Reborn Supplies website. Sorry, but you guys are welcome to go to her Facebook page. So that's Island Treasures. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix this. Island Treasures by Angela. And just send her a message and say, I saw your, Carrie Bassinet on Annette's live stream, and I'd like to order one. I think it depends on the actual material that's used, whether it's like licensed material or printed material, or you're just getting plain or something. But you're looking at around $69.95. But that's there's so much work going into it. I'm not talking up Angela to be, getting her sales, but everything from the handles have been reinforced to give them extra strength. The little mattress in the bottom is, a little bit thicker, which gives it doesn't sort of fold in on itself. All the material is perfect material. It's been sewn amazingly. This is not going to come apart or fall apart quickly. So it's been really well made. So yeah, just go and talk to her. A snuggle bag, sorry, that's what it was. It's a snuggle bag. So you can just ask her about it. And, like with me, with this material, I love like Australiana, material, like with koalas and kookaburras and everything on it. So that's what I asked for, and she bought it for me. So she may be able to do special trips. I'm not sure, but she has a lot of material in her workshop, and she could show you what she's got available right now. Under the Sun said, that's beautiful, Annette. Carrie said, oh, Ange, you are so clever. The snuggle bag is beautiful. It is, isn't it? Brett says, very talented, Angela. Under the Sunset, I love the blanket. Yes, we do have the blankets for sale too. They're really, really cool. Really cool. Under the Sunset, oh, Annette, good question. What happened to your Aussie Reborn Supply app? I was planning on ordering something from your app, and it shows that it's locked and needs an administration permission. Well, I'm getting a new app created at the moment. So hopefully it's supposed to be finished by the end of the month, but I'm just in the process of giving them all the secret keys and everything to my Afterpay and PayPal and everything. It's quite in depth, all the back end of that stuff, and you have to find all these merchant IDs and secret keys, and it's really crazy. So probably be within the next 2 weeks it'll be available to use, and it's going to be much easier to use than the original app. So that's where we are on that. Under the Sun said, that's so cool. Bernadette said, that's great. Annette and Angela. Angela said, thanks, guys. Gigi said, good morning, everyone. Angela said, I will have them at the convention. Okay, so anyone who is coming to the Aussie Reborn Baby Doll Convention, you'll be able to buy them at the actual convention. Take your pick of different designs and, take your baby home in them. Under the Sun said, cool, Angela. Gigi said, talk up, Angela. She is very professional and talented. Absolutely, she definitely is. Gigi and Angela said, thanks, Gigi. Under the Sun said, okay, cool. And Gigi said, that's true, Angela. So it's just amazing anyway. I mean, I got exactly what I wanted. I just wanted something that, Matilda and I could have our own privacy without having to share it with the world, that she's with me when she's with me. And yeah, we got exactly what we wanted, and Matilda is super comfy. So that's all that matters to me. And not only do I love to be able to put my hand down and, touch her face and stuff, I also love the feel of the material inside. It's very relaxing. So there's so many aspects to it that is good. Gigi said, it is true, Angela. And Gigi said, oh, I love Matilda's tutu. It's cute, isn't it? It's very, very fluffy at the moment. And her shirt says Annette's Little Miracle, because that's what she is. But she's, a bit over the top at the moment. Oh, what do we got? We've got a bit of a necklace strategy going crazy there as well. Under the Sun said, Matilda Kieran waves hi to you on TV. Oh, hi. Hi. Now, by the way, Jeanette, Matteo is so close to being on his way to you. I need to get in contact with you just to get that new address and confirm everything. Chrissy, where are you? I haven't heard from you this week. I know you've been busy, but I need to get in contact with you so I can give you Jeanette's new address. So please get in contact. Carrie says, is Matilda wearing a tutu skirt I gave you, or is it the different? I think it is the one you gave her. I'm pretty certain it is. She has got a few, but I'm if I had to bet on it, I would say yes, this one is the one you gave her. Gigi said, good morning, Kerry, darling. And Deb says, good morning, Gigi. Bernadette says, sorry, I have to go. We'll try and see you all next week. No worries. Yeah, try and see us. We'll see you then. Have a great week. So it's nearly story time, guys. Today we've got the grinny granny donkey. So that must be me. So stay tuned for that. Get your babies ready, your reborns ready, your pets ready, whoever wants to sit and listen. So that's very exciting. We're still working. I'm actually editing the video on Liam's final painting process. That was like an hour and 40 minutes of footage that I'm trying to go through editing. So that's a slow process, but it's being done. I'm sort of halfway through at the moment. I'm doing the actual giveaway video after this for the Reborn that Paula donated. And then after that, I'll work on the video of Cruz's birth. So there's a few videos coming through, so just stay tuned for that. I'm also overdue on my Bass. So I'm literally working around the clock trying to finish all my book work. So please send me some fast vibes on that. I hate doing book work. And, you know, it's really upsetting actually, because this week I obviously had a week off from Amy and the babies. So I was looking forward to spending it a little bit on me, but I didn't get to. Because if I wasn't working on orders and stuff, I was working on doing the book work. So feel sorry for me because it is sad. I get very jealous sometimes of some people that don't have any major commitments. You know, they get to decide when they want to watch a movie. They get to decide if they want to have an afternoon sleep. They get to decide if they can go out or not. You know, I don't get to do that sort of thing. I'm like on the go all the time, and sometimes I get very, very annoyed that I don't have that control and decisions. But that's life. That's the life I chose. So I'm still very grateful for it, and I will just smile. That's what we'll do. So I am grateful even though I get stressed. Anyway, book is about to be read and it's falling down behind me. Thank you. Kieran's ready for story time. Gigi said, oh, Bass, I hate Bass. I know. And this time, Gigi, I don't know, like, I just let it go a little bit too much. And the reconciliation on products like from eBay and Afterpay, it's literally this. If you could imagine, you get a payment. Let's say I get $100 from eBay. I have to cut that $100 up and write down every sale within that $100. So I have to reconcile them to the names of those people that have bought products within that $100. And then there'll be a little bit left at the bottom, which is actual eBay fees. So I have to put them in the category of eBay fees. So to reconcile one amount literally takes 5 minutes because you've got to put it into all these different little post boxes, so to speak. So it's quite involved, and over the last 3 months I definitely let it go. I've got to smack myself and make sure it doesn't happen again because I don't have the time for this or the mental stress. It's just too much. So I say it every time, but I promise this time I'm going to be better at my book work. It's just so hard. I wish I could get someone to do it. Well, I had someone doing it and they actually bailed on me and left me with a lot of work. So these things happen, doesn't it? Under the Sun said, awesome, Annette. I just went back to your Reborn toddler tutorial, and Maxwell is looking good, as I was behind on reboarding. I'll send you some pics of Maxwell sometime tonight. Excellent. Yes, please do. Pat said, it's not Reborn related, but I'm so excited. I have just had my ticket to see Sir Tom Jones upgraded to second row from the front. Can't wait. Oh my God, congratulations. It doesn't matter that it's Reborn related. It's you related, and that's all that matters to us. That is such good news. Congratulations. I cannot wait to hear about that. And Gigi says, good one, Pat. That is excellent. Oh, exciting. Very exciting. Okay, let's get ready for story. I booked in my COVID jab, by the way, guys. I've got to get my flu vaccination next week, Tuesday. And then 2 weeks after that, I get my COVID injections. So I'm a little bit nervous, but a little bit excited at the same time, just to be sort of getting it all done. So that's me. That's my news there. It's very exciting, I know. I know I'm crazy, aren't I? Doris said, lucky you, Pat Brown. It's great news. Pat said, thank you, ladies. Under the Sun said, way to go, Pat. Congratulations. Gigi said they keep changing things in ATO paperwork, payroll, and super. It's very time consuming. It is very time consuming. And you feel like you just get on this really good roll with it. And then, like you said, they change it. And you're just like, I have to reteach myself again. It's too much. It is really too much. And thank you so much. Kerry said, make sure you give a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you so much. Don't forget, I don't expect money or anything for this, but a thumbs up is, very rewarding to me. So click that thumbs up button if you haven't already. And if you're here and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It means the world to me and Matilda just to see those numbers going up. So I really appreciate that as well. All right, we're going to read this story because I'm dying to read it. I was so excited because at Mother's Day, this was for sale at Target for $10. And I was at a secondhand shop the other day and I bought it there for $1. So I was like, oh, yes, I really wanted it, but I didn't want to pay $10. So, yes, that was an absolute bonus. Appreciate that. Thank you so much to that secondhand shop. Thank you so much. Angela has just shared the Facebook pages for the Aussie Reborn Baby Doll Convention. I appreciate that. Oh, and did everyone see the blood red moon this week? That was pretty cool for anyone who could see it. We in Australia could, and I did see it. It was very exciting. It was very pretty. Under the Sun said, Kieran is ready for story time. Good work. Good work. I'm ready for story time too. Are you? I'm ready for bedtime. No, I've been asleep. I've had a good sleep, so I'm all right. Much better off than last week, that's for sure. All right, let's get started to read The Grinny Granny Donkey. And that must be me. And Angela, by the way, I still haven't found my glasses, and I've got to go to the shops to order new ones because I can't stand it any longer. Driving me insane. Just wish they'd turn up. I feel like I've looked everywhere. They're probably in the bin somewhere. The Grinny Granny Donkey. Fantastic moon eclipse. It was fantastic. Okay, I'm starting. All right. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Right down there it says, Granny loves. Granny loves Archer. It says down in here, it says Granny loves, and over here it says Archer. Everywhere except with our. Thanks, Angela. I know. So sad about that. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw. But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew and dunk her biscuits in it. She was a dunky dinky, dunky drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth, hee-haw, but her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, and fall asleep in the afternoon sun. She was a zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth, hee-haw, but her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, then go for walks with her jewellery on. She was a clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth, hee-haw, but her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with jewellery on, dress smartly, and she played her banjo to relax. She was a plunky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. That's a mouthful. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth, hee-haw, but her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with jewellery on, dress smartly, and play the banjo to relax. But if she hadn't had a visit from her family in a while, she would sometimes get grumpy and cranky. She was a granky, plunky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. Ooh, look at those eyes. Looks cute. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth, hee-haw, but her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favourite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewellery on, dress smartly, play her banjo to relax, and sometimes she got grumpy and cranky. But when her son Wonky turned up with her cute granddaughter Dinky, that granky granny donkey got so many cuddles and kisses that she couldn't get the smile off her face for weeks. She was a grinny granny, plunky, pinky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. look at Wonky. He's got a false leg, and they call him Wonky. It's kind of funny. There was a grinny granny donkey who lived on the heath. She smiled so much you could see her false teeth. Hee-haw. Poor Wonky. Poor Wonky's actually missing an eye as well. Like, what happened to Wonky? I don't ever remember Wonky, the donkey, having an accident. Tell me if you remember Wonky having an accident. Hold that for a minute, Matilda. We've got the whole range here. Oh, yeah, he did. He did have a false leg. Now, we just need to fix this because Wonky Donkey. We're just going to go through the pictures. Oh, that's really cool. I've got that in there. We're going to go through the pictures because I don't remember Wonky having a missing eye either. So, of course, all the pages are going to stick together. So, he had 3 legs. Okay, so I didn't remember that. So, he was a Wonky Donkey because he had 3 legs. Oh, okay. He did have one eye. Look at that. Has it been that long since I read it? He had 3 legs and only one eye. So he was a winky wonky donkey. Okay. There you go. So that proves what I was completely wrong about, and that he has 1 leg and 1 eye. So poor honky tonky winky wonky donkey, I was completely wrong. And he's lanky as well. I didn't realize he was so limited. Did anyone remember that? I've got to see how other limited was. Okay, so here's a bit of flatulence too. So he's a stinky dinky, lanky, honky tonky, winky wonky donkey. Okay, poor guy. Look, he's completely missing. Like, what is this? He's cranky as well. He's also cranky. Poor bugger. He's also getting up into a lot of mischiefs. Looks like he needs some false teeth as well. We've got some things, serious issues happening here. But he was quite good looking. I don't know if he's good looking. I don't know about that. He was a spunky, hanky, panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky, donkey. Okay. Hee-haw. Okay, so I've put that all to rest. The granny was correct that her son, the wonky donkey, was in fact quite wonky. So I've laid that one to rest. I hope that eases everyone's mind there. Under the Sun said, thank you, Annette and Matilda, for making us smile. We love the book. Love you. Love you too. Pat said, oh, thank you, Annette. That was so funny. I enjoyed it, though. You're very welcome. I hope you enjoyed both books, actually. Pop up here, Matilda. Gigi said, love Wonky Donkey. Under the Sun said, yes, I remember you reading the book to us. Yeah, I did. Under the Sun said, haha. Charmin said, such a cute story. Thank you, Annette. Be blessed and stay safe, everyone, and have a wonderful Memorial Day. Thank you so much. Don't forget, everyone, that I'm going to do the live stream next week from Amy's house. So you will get to spend time with Amani, and you'll also get to spend time with baby Cruz, which will be really, really fun. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. We really, really appreciate it. We appreciate for your listening ears, for listening to our story. Don't forget, if you want to order one of the snuggle beds off Angela, just to contact her on Island Treasures. And if you can't find her, just contact me and say, Annette, where the hell do I get one? And I'll help you. Angela, have a great weekend. Doris said peace and be well. Thanks, Doris. Deb said, I have never read any of those books myself. You'll have to read it. Well, I'll read it for you. And bye, love and hugs. Love and hugs to you too. Mwah. Everyone have a great weekend. Really look after yourself. Put out lots of positive vibes for me to finish my bass today. Please. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thanks, everyone, for being with us. We really appreciate it. Say bye. Bye, guys. Don't forget, happy reborning.